Hey guys, good afternoon. It's been a while since I made a video like this, but I've been kind of sick lately. Been dealing with this tooth situation. I'm still dealing with it. Hopefully by next week I'll have it done, like all my teeth pulled out, like the one that need to be pulled out, you know. But right now I'm like heading home. I literally just slept maybe like 4 hours yesterday. Um, So anyway, I was just doing some deliveries for Instacart, and I was just thinking some random things, like what my first experience with the internet was, and especially social media. My experience with social media wasn't too weird, more of just weird experiences really than bad experiences. Although there's a few times, if you guys ever heard of IMVU, it's basically a chat room where you have like an avatar, animated 3D avatar. And I've had a couple of these. I've had Habbo Hotel. I've had IMVU. IMVU is literally the Wild West of the internet at that time. You can literally do anything as long as you have permission. But sometimes there's things in there that people go around, somebody, some dude was trying to molest my character. I'm like, dude, that's not cool. Yeah, I know he's not real, but you gotta step off, you know. So I guess in that you can kick people if you don't like them or something. So I kicked them off, blocked them. So there's that. There's weird things on there that I've had experience with this woman came at me, was like, oh, do you like butt play? And I was like, what's that? She said, oh, it's when I play with your butt, and basically rub your prostate. And I'm like, what? Because I didn't know what that was back then. I was maybe 16, 17 years old. I know I was 16, 17 years old because around 18, I was out of IMVU. I was tired of it. It was all the same thing, all the time. Although there was one experience which was kind of cool, but it kind of exposed me to things that I haven't seen before. I haven't really seen a lot of bondage and goth stuff back then, but I had my first hand when this woman, she had to have been at least 35 at that time. This was around 2006, 2007, and her avatar was real cute. You know, she was real small. You know, she paid some money into this. Is in IMVU, you can pay money into your character or your house or your room, because you can have your own room. It's basically a chat room where people come into your room and chat with you. And so there's that. But she paid a lot of money for hers. I don't know if it's just through games or just to pay real money. But anyway, I got her line on Yahoo Messenger. She turned out to be obviously not her avatar. I try to make mine as much as look like me as possible. I didn't have a big gut back then, but I was a little bit on the heavy side. I was about 190, 198. You know, there's that. So what happened was, so this woman is 35 years old. She had 2 kids, I believe, and she was really into God stuff, a lot of leather, spikes, dark makeup. But she was at least I'd say 320, 350 at least, as far as pounds go. And I wasn't turned off by that. I was just kind of weirded out because Um, she showed me pictures of her and her girlfriend or whoever she messes around with at that time, and them basically almost nude. Like, they're two big women, like, almost nude, making out. Like, they're in their 30s, by the way. And I'm starting to think, like, I'm kind of weirded out by it, you know, like, because, like, I was like, is that technically, like, you know, soliciting to a child? Because, you take pictures, to give to a 16, 17-year-old. I told her I was 16, 17 years old. I didn't tell her I was 18 or nothing. I was sure as hell not 18 back then. So there's that. I don't know if that's considered that. Right now she's probably like 45 now, so she probably doesn't like look quite the same. Maybe a little bit older. Who knows? But I just thought it was weird. That maybe like that's what happened. Of course, you get like a few things like every now and then where people would solicit you photos. Like this one girl not high school, in college, that I knew in college. Like, she messaged me and she was like, "Hey, look at this," and it was her nude, like from the front, and I kind of didn't want to see that because it was like maybe like 4 in the afternoon. My grandparents were behind me; they could have seen it, and I'm glad they didn't see it. But I was just commenting like, I didn't want to be rude, so I said, "Oh, thanks. I really needed that." Maybe not that way, but it was funny. I couldn't look at because I met this girl in college, around when I was around 18, and I can't look at her the same. You know, it's weird. Like, it's kind of like when like guys like show like your friend, like you're friends with a guy, women, you're friends with a guy, and he shows you his penis, and you can't look at it the same way because you're like, oh, he showed me his penis, and I'm like, you know, like, I'm not into that, but I have to see you every day. It's weird, and I'm pretty sure like most people would be like, oh, I'm not gonna be friends with this person anymore. I was friends with her for a little while longer until I finally told her, hey, I'm very sorry. I'm kind of like weirded out by you now because you showed me a picture of you I didn't ask for, and I wasn't going to tell her I didn't like what I see, but to be honest, I did not like what I saw. Like, I love like every kind of woman there is, but when like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, you'd have to be there to see it, but it's basically like, if I'm not attracted to you, like, I'm not going to be attracted to you even if you're naked, you know? Like, so, like, it has nothing to do with your facial appearance or your, like, weight or nothing. It's just the facts, you know? Like, is that weird? Like that's why I was so self-conscious about, like, giving my own pictures to anyone. Because, like, I don't know if they're going to like all this, you know? Like, they have to see me for who I am first, and then be like, oh, I want to see, you know, this. I want to see a little bit of this. Okay, fine. Whatever. But moral of the story is, don't solicit photos that you haven't asked for. Even if you're a woman, don't solicit photos to underage males or females. Whatever. That's a little weird. That's a little suspicious. Suspect. That's what it's called nowadays. Alright, tell me what your thoughts are. If you used IMVU, let me know your experiences down below in the comments, or any of those kind of old school chat rooms like Habbo Hotel, which is another thing I'll talk about. But honestly, there isn't anything like really like too exciting about Habbo Hotel. I'll tell you that right now. It's kind of like a proto the penguin thing, the penguin chat room or whatever it's called. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you later.